Well, folks, I'm back. You can all stop holding your breath now. The factory, still standing. Barely. Bob, he's still here. Looking like someone who just got handed a life sentence. But hey, he stuck with me. So let's make the most of it. He's been here all winter, shaking his head, saying things like, "You sure you want to come back to this mess?" And yes, Bob. Yes, I do. As for the wildlife, well, let's just say they've evolved. The pigeons are still pooping on things, but they've unionized. I'm not sure how, but they've got a manifesto now, and they're handing out business cards. Something about exclusive rights to the chimney. And the raccoons? The raccoons have transformed the entire building into a trash-filled nightclub, inviting all their friends over and trashing the place while chugging beet-flavored antifreeze out of the toilet. Not to mention stealing the toilet paper. And the building. Oh, it's an absolute mess. Cracks, leaks, random piles of junk that weren't there last week. But don't worry, Bob and I have a rock-solid plan to fix it all. Which, of course, means in about 10 minutes something will break, I'll lose my phone in a pile of trash, and Bob will take a deep breath and ask if I've considered professional help. It's good to be back. It's good to be working again. And it's good to know that no matter how much I screw up, Bob's still here, disapproving, but refusing to leave me hanging. And if anyone finds my phone, I'll trade you a squirrel for it. He can't read blueprints, but he can strip a bolt in record time, almost as good as me. But like I said, it's good to be back.
Bob, you in here?
Oh, awesome. That is really cool.
Listen to it. You might not be able to hear it with the heater. Wow, it's toasty in here.
Nice and warm, isn't it?
It works. It's got proper time, and
That is really cool.
so you just crank this a couple times, or I don't know how many
that's
times
your winder,
per
huh?
day. Yeah, and this is how you set it, just by twisting this.
Wow.
This is not an original base. I think this came from a chemistry lab somewhere, but it is marked USSR on there. So
That is very cool.
pretty cool.
So does it chime on the hour or something, or?
I don't know how that works. I banged it with a little screwdriver, and the thing's pretty loud. I don't know.
It's very cool.
I don't know, maybe it's like a pull out and turn or something, I'm not sure. So in a recent video, Bob was digging around and found this door. And as it turns out, it is a perfect match for the door that got damaged during the fire. So the building provides.
It's here. You just have to find it.
You just have to find it, yeah. Do you want to invest 3 hours to go around looking for it, or do you want to spend the $9 to go get a new one?
Yeah, just like these hinges that you bought. I'm sure somewhere here there are these hinges.
Yeah,
But
that's
we
right.
might be much older by the time we found them.
So Bob cut this plywood out here, and then we have all of that sheet metal, which also we found in the building. And ta-da!
So we'll paint it all up,
And so we've got
it'll
some
look like it's been here forever.
frozen paint we're hoping didn't get ruined this winter, so we're gonna warm that up and see if it's still usable or not. Okay, so this paint is the green that we've been using for everything, and we think it kind of froze because when we opened it up, it was basically,
A big chunk.
it was like one big chunk. And then we turned that guy on right in front of it, got it warmed up, and it seems to be a lot better now, but it's still a little bit like oatmeal, as you can see. So it may be ruined. But
So it's going to be texture paint now.
textured paint.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. We're gonna give it a shot and see if we can.
Anybody can do slick finish, but it takes a professional to do, you know.
Yeah, it took us 4 months of freezing it.
Yeah. To protect this textured look. The no fingerprint smudge.
Diesel powered equipment to bring it back to life. This is the good
It's
stuff.
a whole process.
Body work, take one. Now, before we try this, I was going to show you something. We had these things that were pipe hangers. Basically, conduit and pipe went through that, and Bob just rigged it up as a paint mixer here in the drill. Works pretty good.
You got to do what you got to do when you're desperate, right?
Yeah.
Poor people got poor ways.
All right. It's lumpy. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I can tell just by the way it's coming out in the pan that it's not going to be usable. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's not even even.
it's leaving chunkies.
Okay, chunkies. All right. It's textured. I don't know if it's a nice textured finish.
That's not exactly what we're going for, is it?
So I guess we got to go back to Walmart and pick up a
More paint.
fresh can that's not ruined.
This thing weighs a ton. This is one of those lift chairs.
I would help you with that, but running this camera is not very easy.
Yeah, I know. Hang on to it tight.
So this is what we put up because people were still coming in when the door was, and we put the chair in front of the door like 6 times and they just pushed through it. They were still coming in. So that was our solution. Okay, so we got a new can. We'll see how this goes. Man, this roller sucked up the whole amount right in one. So are we doing the metal and everything, or?
Yeah.
Now, if anybody's wondering why we're doing this inside, it's because it's really cold outside.
And it's much nicer in here.
Yeah. Well, and that metal does not absorb any paint, does it?
Nope.
Probably should have primed it.
Yeah. It's never going to stick very well to that galvanized anyway, but
Yeah.
it'll look good for a while.
Right there. Hold what you got.
It ain't going anywhere. I got a screw in the top and the bottom.
It seems like you don't feel like the screws go in or they're done.
Yeah, they're pretty short.
I don't know. No. Okay. Ow! That's full of needles.
Well, that's Christmas time.
That hurt my hands. I need something to wipe my hand off with.
Yeah. Why wear your gloves, right?
So we just ran into a little challenge with the door. The door is just a little bit too snug. And so Bob has this thing called a porta-power, which hopefully is going to open this up because it's just like right on the edge. You see, I mean, it's just a little bit too narrow. So we're hoping that with this device here, we can open the frame a little bit. We don't know. All right, so we're on a road trip today, 2-hour road trip from the building because we have some stuff coming up on the channel all connected with brick and mortar. So we're going to learn a lot of stuff about laying brick, tuck pointing, cutting some doors out, doing all kinds of high impact stuff for the building. And we need some old antique bricks that will match the building. And they're not very easy to come by, so we found some in Marketplace, but they're a couple hours away. And we're doing a road trip today to pick some up. So come with us, and we'll do the work. You guys enjoy the video.
Hang on, enjoy the ride.
Okay, so we just pulled up and sent the message, and we're waiting to hear from him. Looks like these bricks are laying right where the building was taken down, so. What do you think, Bob?
Looks good to me. Bricks are bricks, right?
Payload that this truck is rated for is 2,200 pounds, and I can feel it.
Oh yeah, she's a little bouncy.
A little bouncy.
It's a little squirrely in the front end.
We calculate that we have 2,000, and the payload is 2,200, so we're really, really close to the maximum that it's rated for. So we got a 2-hour ride, so hopefully we're gonna make it. Okay, so we just got back with the bricks, and yesterday while we were working on the door, we had a setback. We were trying to use that porta power to open the door jamb just a little bit, and we realized that the hydraulic pump for the porta power didn't have any hydraulic fluid in it, or didn't have enough. So we picked some up today, and we're gonna give it a second shot.
That should be enough to make it work. Man. You He-Man.
We're also going to paint the inside of this, but we just got a little bit impatient, so this needs a second coat as well. I'm not even going to mention that. All right, Sensei, we have reached success, the culmination of all of our work. It's a little tight. Oh, it's still locked. That's why.
Yeah, you got to unlock it.
There we go. Okay, and it needs more paint, but probably should have primed it first. It'll look good for at least
But
6 months.
we were in a hurry like always.
It'll look good for 6 months.
It's just one of 700 projects we're trying to do.
Yeah. But yeah, so that is awesome. We have an actual working steel security door. Simple minds, simple pleasures.
Yeah.
Hey, let's just show everybody what was making you so happy and giggly.
It wasn't that one. It was this one, I think. Nope. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Pop goes the weasel.
Yeah. So, okay, it is great to be back. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you soon. One quick announcement. We're going to shoot for next Wednesday evening to do a live stream. What time should we do that?
What have we normally been doing? 6:30 or 7?
Yeah, 6:30 or 7. So let's do 7.
7? I think that's what we've been doing.
7 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is Chicago, basically. 7 p.m. We're going to do a live stream. So we had a post in the community tab about what you guys wanted to know, And we've got hundreds of questions there. So probably I'll pick out some of the ones that repeated again and again, hit those, and you guys can also put new questions out to us then. So.
And some of them will tell the truth, some of them will lie, but
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.